Hello, and welcome to the Daring to Succeed podcast. My name is Juliana Yao Jorgen, and I'm a career coach who helps introverts succeed in the workplace by unleashing their introvert superpowers. Today, I'm going to talk about why you need a different strategy for promotions compared to lateral moves, some strategies for internal promotion, and some strategies for external promotion. I chose this topic because I've worked with many people who are trying to get promoted. They're frustrated because they keep being told that they don't have the skills or experience they need for a more senior role, while they watch their coworkers get the very promotions they're working towards. Almost every time, we quickly see their strategy hasn't been serving them well. So let's break down what doesn't work when trying to get promoted and what to do instead. First, why do you need a strategy for promotion, and how does it differ from a lateral move? Most people approach getting a promotion by trying to demonstrate that they are the best at their current role. The thought is that if they show that they've maxed out at their level, they'll be seen as ready for the next one. And while that may work with a tiny handful of spectacular leaders, most either won't take the chance on someone without the experience they think is needed, or they won't have the necessary examples of your skills to champion for your promotion. What normally happens with a promotion is the manager for the more senior role needs to have tangible proof that you can do most of the job. Whether it's something like moving you from a junior to a senior role, where your responsibilities increase, or moving from a manager to a director, where your scope of responsibility broadens, the manager for that role doesn't need to see your growth potential. They need examples that you can perform the work needed for the more senior role. So, quite frankly, one of the most effective ways I've coached people to get promoted is to do some of the work needed at that more senior level. Some people recoil at this because it feels like doing more work for free, but it works every time. So, if you're ready for a very different approach, how can you do this strategically so you're not working more hours and you're doing the right work that will get you noticed and promoted? For internal promotions, target a role on one or two teams. This could include the team you're on or other teams. Then speak with the manager for the role you're targeting to find out exactly what they think is needed for that role. When you've identified the gap between what they think is needed and what experience you don't already have, pick one or two to focus on. Then, depending on what those things are, look for or ask for opportunities to volunteer to do the work or to help with it. For example, in episode 3 from this season, I shared how a client volunteered to take meeting minutes to show that she could summarize complex conversations simply. This demonstrated that she could make the jump from a help desk support role to a business analyst role. I also worked with someone who was trying to move into her first management role and kept being told that she needed 10 years in her current role before she could make the move. As part of her strategy to get the manager role sooner, we identified that she needed to show that she could think like a manager, particularly when it came to supporting a team's development needs. In the company's performance process, they always asked for feedback from peers or the people who they were evaluating. Most people were very general in their input for their peers, if they even responded at all. But instead, my client took this as an opportunity to show that she could think like a manager by giving the input as if she was a manager. This gave her exposure to multiple managers and directors and demonstrated that she didn't need 10 years to move to the next level. She was already there. Then, when she was ready for promotion to director, part of her strategy was to create a portfolio roadmap for her team. Creating and maintaining strategic roadmaps was part of the work of a director, and we determined that by showing she could do the work, it would show that she was ready for the job. With her boss's support and mentorship, she proved that she could do the work and alleviated work from her boss's plate. The next time a director role came up, she was everyone's top choice, even before she got to the interview. And, of course, she got the role. So for internal roles, look for and volunteer for more senior level work than that your targeting manager hires that your target hiring manager values. External roles are trickier because you're making both a change in seniority and in the company you're working for. To start, you should be targeting 2 to 4 companies. Any more than that, and you'll be stretching yourself way too thin, especially as an introvert. Because remember, you want to conserve your energy for meaningful connection, not just tons and tons of companies. Then look at the job postings for the role you're targeting and see what experience they're looking for that keeps coming up and you don't have yet. From that list, pick 1 or 2 things that you want to focus on and look for opportunities at your current company to volunteer for stretch assignments to get that experience. If you do any volunteer work as well, that's a great place to look for chances to get experience that you're targeting, especially if you're looking to move into another company because your current one isn't supportive of your development. And if you're up to the task of networking, reach out to recruiters at your target companies to ask them what hiring managers are looking for when they're filling those roles that you're targeting. So that's it. If you're targeting a promotion, you want to find out what the hiring manager values. Pick 1 or 2 things that you don't have and volunteer to help with that or to take on the work with some mentorship. This will help you demonstrate that you are ready for that work by showing that you've actually done it. Okay, that's it for now. And if you're queasy about the thought of reaching out to hiring managers and recruiters, you'll want to check out my upcoming free masterclass, Network Like an Introvert. It will be a recorded, self paced masterclass with networking strategies just for introverts. This means no networking events or asking random people for things, only tips and strategies that have worked for other introverts before. I'll be releasing this in early March, and you can follow me on LinkedIn or sign up for the waitlist to be notified when it's ready. I'll drop those links for you in the show notes. Okay, I'll see you next time.